What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video. And today, I wanted to do a mock draft day, but I wanted to keep it a little bit different because next week we are having a pretty damn special week in terms of our mock draft. We are doing a That Franchise Guy back and forth 2-round mock draft. So that's going to be fun. You guys need to keep out for that. But I want to do something a little bit different. And I want to do like a first round thing for you guys, but you know what? I felt you guys deserve something. You guys deserve some more. So this video is actually going to be pretty quick because it's going to be 3 rounds of the NFC. So I wanted to just like kind of keep it a little bit more random because again, you guys already know how I think, how I process, and we'll see if any RNG happens. This will be probably a longer video, so I hope you guys stick through it and have a good time. And I'm gonna have a good time as well. So let's get into it. Let's have some fun. Let's start this mock. If you guys are new, please sub. We're trying to get to 3K by draft day, and it's going to be awesome. Again, probably should make this a little bit smaller so we can hit the X button. We're not doing trades. Too much RNG, of course. So far the draft board has fallen, per usual. Of course, the Falcons, you guys know where I'm going with this. Justin Fields, he has about the highest potential in the class, in my opinion. It's just his arm strength is the best in the entire class, in my opinion. So I think that he needs some place to sit, and Matt Ryan is an amazing mentor. He's going to be able to play with a good attitude, and I think he's going to be able to coach him up very well. Matt Ryan knows that he still has talent. He'll probably find somewhere else to go as well, but I don't think he's going to be a sourpuss about it. So I think Justin Fields is going to be an amazing option for the Falcons to be able to just relax and enjoy basically being able to take somebody who could be worth the #1 overall pick at number 4. I seriously think that they'll have a bounce back year. Bengals taking Kyle Pitts, leaving Jamar Chase on the board for us for the Eagles. I probably would have went Pitts here, but it's like, to me, it's down to Farley and Jamar Chase, and there's no way in hell I'm going to let Jamar Chase fall past this point. I think you do just got to go offense just because, and I'm so used to I'm so used to basically clicking for the Eagles and then going to the next Eagles pick, but Jamar Chase is an absolute stud. Again, we're probably going to be trying to switch up some things in here, have some more interesting picks, just so we can keep you guys entertained, but still got to keep it semi-realistic. So some picks may be repeat. We're going to turn up the brightness a little bit so you guys can see better. I have no idea if it comes through on the recording if or not, but hey, makes me feel better. So hopefully it makes you guys feel better. Jaylen Waddle to me has to be this pick. If you're losing all of, I mean, again, I was down to Parsons and then Waddle. If you're down to pretty much nothing there, Waddle's going to be an excellent building piece to start off on. He's an excellent wide receiver there. He's young as well. I absolutely love Jaylen Waddle, and I think that he's better than Devontae Smith for building something around. If you had the guys, I'm getting on the Waddle above Smith train just because I honestly think that he's going to have a much better career. And I love Devontae Smith. I love Devontae Smith. I have him at number 9. I have Jaylen Waddle at number 8. Nothing against Devontae Smith at all here. To be honest, I didn't even know he was on the board. But Jaylen Waddle, to me, is a better piece to build around. Devontae Smith has to be in a specific scheme, and I think Devontae Smith in that scheme could be better than Jaylen Waddle. But I don't think the Lions are the right team to build a scheme properly around Devontae Smith. I don't trust them to do that. I trust them around Jaylen Waddle. Now, the Panthers, I mean, to me, you could look at Trey Lance here. I am not high on Trey Lance. You want to see where my official rankings are? I have Trey Lance at 36. So you guys can call me crazy for that. I don't know if it's actually 36. TDN likes to really mess up draft boards, but I have them just outside the first round, which again, if you guys know me, if they fit a scheme and there's a big need, I'm fine with taking them a full round earlier, which means I'd be fine if the Panthers took him here if they really believe that he could fit their scheme and do a really good job here. To me, I don't think we can let Micah Parsons pass up this spot, though. It's too good of value. He's just such a beast, and he can work as a pass rusher. He can work as a linebacker. Him, as well as, of course, like Brian Burns, and we're not even going to mention the plethora of other amazing weapons that Rule has instated there. It's too good of value to give up right there. So Micah Parsons, absolute stud. I am in love with him. Next, the Cowboys. Again, I could be going JC Horn here, 100%. Both these guys are super young, super talented corners. Patrick Surtain going to have amazing chemistry day one, which is why I'm leaning towards him. You can't go wrong with either of these guys. Surtain, you better have a safety. So you bet your ass we're going to be getting a safety. But JC Horn, He does have some issues with being way too grabby. I think Surtain is much more polished, but JC Horn has a much higher ceiling. With the Cowboys, I think we got to go with the dynamic duo, though. I think it's going to be the best case scenario. And New York. So it's unfortunate. We like to get you either Waddle or else we can also get you Pitts there. So to me, I'm looking at Devontae Smith and Rashad Bateman here because again, you do probably want to get like an actual separator who's not just like a guy who cannot like actually gain separation apart from his feet. Devontae Smith isn't as much of a foot technician as he's just he's a pure everything technician. He's really good all around, and you have bigger targets to be able to distract guys. And you can send Devontae Smith on the outside. You have enough slot guys to where you don't have to even worry about Devontae Smith going over the middle. This is probably a really good team for him to go to. And there could be a sneaky pick here with Rashad Bateman because this is unofficial. It might be official. He ran a 4.39 lasered time, 4.37 hand time at his XO combine, which is absolutely insane. We'll be possibly seeing him taken here at the draft. But Devontae Smith, we can't pass him up this spot. It's just as a little bit too good a value for me. Next, the Niners, it's really down to two positions. We got J.C. Horn here, which, by the way, I think that there's better options later on if you want to get corners, as well as interior offensive line. You guys know me so well. You guys know I want Rashawn Slater on that inside. He is one of the best, if not possibly the best, day one lineman in this class, and he's going to be lighting it up. Again, we got to turn off the sound for this. I didn't even know we had sound on, but you guys need to build up that line before you get Jimmy G anything. Like Jimmy G, I don't care. Trey Lance, they all flourish. Every single quarterback flourishes behind a good offensive line. You have a crap offensive line, you're not going to do crap. Literally, we saw that in the Super Bowl. Crap offensive line, Patrick Mahomes couldn't even do much. So, I mean, he did as much as he probably could, but still. Next, we got the Vikings, which Rashawn Slater, he's probably gone by 14. But I think that we have to go edge here, guys. The more I feel it, the more I'm like, oh, like it's really down to like, do we go Kwity Paye here and get that 4-3 pure edge block on the outside? We could go Boogie Basham in the next round. Or do we go with the interior offensive line with AVT who can kick to tackle or guard? I mean, shoot. It's really like I think we can get some good value down the line for the Vikings where we don't need to get AVT here. And to me, that's the whole entire reason why I think we got to go Kwity here. Kwity did come onto the scene this year with like multiple new pass rush moves. That shows personal initiative, guys. Again, it's not late out. It's just like cloudy as fuck out, and I'm not in the mood to like blast my eyeballs with the light and stuff. As you can tell, get migraines. But that's something you guys don't need to worry about. Just in case you guys are like, why doesn't he turn a light on? That's why. It's just natural light is better. But as I'm like staring at a big ass screen. But we're going to go Kwity Paye here. Okay. I think that that's just going to be the best option. He's a really, really talented player, man. You know, him showing that he can do it on his own is going to gain so many like cookie points in here. So I think that I have a lot of respect for him being able to do that. Next, Cardinals. We're right into the podium with JC Horn. That's an amazing pick right there. I honestly think that it's a wonderful option to be able to have him along with Byron Murphy there. And of course, if we're looking at Washington, it's Trey Lance because Mac Jones, again, the DUI thing is starting to scare me. I'm probably going to be kicking Mac Jones down my board. Again, it was in 2017. He could have learned, but usually those things just do not go away. Like I got a speeding ticket and I was scared crap like the shit out of myself, like for going above like 70 for a solid like year or two. And then like you just get back to it a little bit. I don't think that I think he might actually have a pretty like he might not have a pretty good future in the NFL. That's all I'm saying. Rashad, I hope the best for him, by the way. Rashad Bateman here is like a really, really good option with his speed, but again, you kind of have to take the option here with Trey Lance just because of the fact that it's like, damn, dude, this guy, like we have a fully built offensive line. We have a good running back that you can run option schemes with. We have some good wide receivers as well, as long as we get another one or two in this draft. And our defense is pretty damn good. So, I mean, you get Trey Lance in here. This is his best shot. On a team, this is his best shot. And he can sit behind Heineke if he needs to, too. Like, that's something I really love about this team. Bears, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I got to go Mac Jones here. Again, the tackle value is solid enough to where the second round we could be getting somebody like a Raduns or like an Eichenberg. I don't know when these guys, if these guys are even going to fall. That's the glory of this, because I might not draft any of these guys to any of these teams, but I think that, you know what, we're going to see if the computer does. So for the Saints, we're looking at corner here. I'm looking at Greg Newsome, really talented man corner. Asante Samuel Jr. I think they probably want a little bit taller with their corners, just because I believe the teams in the division don't usually have super small guys unless they're more in the slot. So I'm not a fan of Asante Samuel Jr. exactly on the Saints, even though I love Asante Samuel. Tyson Campbell, another sneaky option here, guys. When the draft day comes, we could be looking at that. I'm starting to get on this idea of going Morig, though, as your true free safety. I think that you're looking for a Morig body type more than Richie Grant. Richie Grant might be better than Morig, but I think Morig is going to be a perfect fit for Marcus Williams. Your cap situation is so just screwed over that it's like you have to play defensive here, no pun intended, and be able to just get a guy who could fill in really well. I think Morig's going to play at a very high level, and he's going to play to his strengths, and that's something I'm really happy about. I think that it's going to be a very, very, very valuable asset to the Saints. Now, looking at the Packers, we're going to look at the guys who are still on the board. And I mean, we're down to Zaven Collins and Nick Bolton, guys. And if you know me, like, again, personality issues aside, Zaven Collins, pound for pound, is the second best linebacker in the class. I think that maybe Aaron Rodgers will be able to put him in his place, and Jair Alexander will be able to try to use that personality of Zaven Collins to its max. Zaven Collins is arguably the best coverage linebacker I've ever seen in my entire life. The way that this guy feels, everything behind him is elite. And he has solid ass speed, pretty damn good in the run game, and he can pass rush. This guy's the all around one of the best linebackers, hands down, in the class. And again, personality issues aside, he's an absolute freak. And the only reason why I have him probably falling to around this zone, like maybe 25 territory, which I usually take him by like 18 to the Dolphins, is just because of that personality. And that's it. And that's coming from an unofficial source, which is one of my subs who lives on campus and knows the culture around campus, not being a huge fan of who Zaven is. You guys already know where I'm going with this as well. Azeez Ojulari is going to be a perfect 3-4 outside linebacker replacement for Shaq Barrett. So, I mean, like, why not? And next team on the board, again, I'm flying through these because I want to make sure we can get all 3 rounds in. Don't want to have it be like a super boring video. The Falcons, we got to look at this. I think we got to be looking at edge here. There's not really much in terms of 4-3 D end types here. If we want to go Boogie Basham, we could. But I honestly think waiting to the third and getting like a Patrick Jones would serve us a bit better. And this is a guy who is in my top 20. My top 20. It's Brevin Jordan. You know, you guys need to watch this. He is by far the most surprising player I've ever watched in my entire life. I got pretty low on him because Will Mallory started doing some pretty good stuff in that scheme. But to be fair, I saw Brevin Jordan play like a wide receiver, and then when he did it as a straight wide tight end, he was able to block really well. You guys need to watch it. It's unbelievable. You look at him, you think that he's a damn wide receiver. I mean, look at his size. He's as heavy as Kyle Pitts, 3 inches shorter. He's able to block, and he's better than Pat Freiermuth by a long shot, in my opinion. This guy is pretty damn lethal with the ball in his hands. The only thing he can't really do well is deal with press coverage, Pat Freiermuth can't really do jack shit either. So to me, I think Brevin Jordan's easily worth this pick. I think he's going to be an excellent weapon for Matt Ryan, for of course Justin Fields. So I think that's going to be a great addition to the squad. I don't think Hurst actually has another year in his contract, and even if he does, like, Brevin Jordan's going to be an elite weapon in this league. I was thinking about trying to take him here for the Eagles. I'm going to be honest. I was going to think about it. But now that it hasn't happened, it's just like I can't let that pass up. Can't. Eagles, now with you guys, we're looking at a corner here. You guys are apparently running zone. I don't think it's going to last. I don't know. I guess you do have a Colts defensive coach, though. I don't think you're going to fire him because he had some pretty damn good success. That leaves me to go Eric Stokes here. I know you guys want Asante Samuel Jr., and that's a great pick. If you're running man, you're not running man. He's not a zone corner. He's a pure man corner. He's amazing. He's amazing man corner, but he's not a zone corner, and you can't force a man corner to go into zone. Like, you're pretty much forcing a 5-star pastry chef to be cooking a beef Wellington. It's like, why? You get a guy who knows how the fuck to cook beef Wellington. So get Eric Stokes here, who's an elite zone coverage corner. I'm a huge fan of him. Oh, I gotta check out linebackers really quick though. Yeah, not really a fan of any of these guys. I think we got to go Eric Stokes because I was thinking maybe we can wait for Keith Taylor Jr. here, but I think Eric Stokes, he's just so good on the boundary. He had like a 20 something, like 29 quarterback rating when targeted. He's unbelievable when you think about him. Honestly, he's unbelievable. He's a really talented player. Yeah, 4 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. Really low. Really low NFL QB rating. So when he's targeted, it's absolutely amazing. He should be taken in the first. Next, we got the Panthers. Panthers, we gotta go. We gotta get some protection here. Raduns is like he's pretty high in the mock community. Probably will be going first round, but he's shown up a lot. He did a really good job facing like what am I trying to say? Division 1 FBS. I was about to say F1 FBS. Division 1 FBS talent. I think he's really talented guy right there. I'm going to be waiting on tackle for the Lions as much as I really want to take it. I think that we either got to rock a man corner here like Asante Samuel, or else we got to go like balls to. Oh no, Aaron Robinson. There's no doubt in my mind we're going Aaron Robinson here. You guys need a slot corner like a motherfucker, and Aaron Robinson, best tackling corner in the class, according to my guy Mason, who did a really good in-depth study on him, as well as a really good man corner in general. He and Jeff Okudah are going to create a really good duo there, and it's going to be very good to have him right there because there's a lot of teams like the Steelers, Lions, Niners that really need a slot corner / nickel corner. I probably would have went Elijah Molden here, but Aaron Robinson just feels like a Lions guy, not Elijah Molden. He doesn't feel right for this team. Now, Giants, we got to be looking at corner as well as edge here for you guys, but we still have Jason Away and Joseph Asai on the board. I know you run a 4-3-3-4 hybrid. If I'm not mistaken, you guys can, of course, correct me on that. I think you do run a 4-3, but I think that you guys should be able to switch it up for a talent like Joseph Asai. You guys know me. I love me some Osai. I have him as, I believe, like either my 21st or 22nd, or else he's going to be like my 19th player in the class. Huge fan of Asai. Huge fan. I think that it doesn't matter. Jason Away is going to be a little bit bigger. The question is, like, which one are you going to take? And if you guys run a 4-3, go Jason Away because you guys are probably going to be able to have some more time to develop him. But I am so much higher on Joseph Asai just from his play. He looks amazing. And again, I think that he could play more of that Sam linebacker that could blitz if you really need him to in a 4-3. He does have some good place in coverage. He's just not going to be an elite threat like that. Niners, we probably got to go corner for you guys. We're going to be honest. It's down to Asante Samuel Jr., Elijah Molden, and Tyson Campbell. And, I kind of have semi-insider information on this, but it's like, damn, we might need to go Elijah because you guys need a nickel corner / slot corner so badly. That might just be something that we need to go with. I can't let Asante Samuel Jr. fall that far, though. You got to get a boundary corner who's, I know you guys run a cover 3, but that's going to allow him to play more of like a man on the outside. I think you got to be taking Asante Samuel Jr. there. That's where it's too good of value to pass up. Like here, it's like Eric Stokes was an amazing zone corner. I don't have an amazing zone corner left on the board. I have an amazing man corner who will probably fare well in a cover 3 scheme. So look at that. It's going to be pretty solid for you guys. Asante Samuel Jr. will probably work really well for you. If you don't like that pick, of course, go Elijah Molden there. He'll definitely play well. And that's going to be definitely something you guys want. Next, we got the Cowboys. I think we probably want to go safety here. 100% probably want to go safety. And I'm looking at Richie Grant, Javon Holland, and we don't need a slot corner. I'm 100% going with this Richie Grant route. Camel Wolf will be happy about that. I know that he chose him in our fan mock, which, by the way, join the Discord and use my code in the description for 20% off at manscaped.com. Free shipping as well. You can buy anything. You buy like a damn $10 little toner. And then just like, of course, let me know if you do. Join the Discord, send me a DM saying, hey, use your code because we got to use 10 of those and then we get a long-term paid contract in. I know y'all be looking out for me, so let's do it. Next, we got the Cards, and oh, man. We could be getting Javonte Williams here. The problem is I think Michael Carter fits this scheme so much better. Like, Michael Carter is built for this scheme. He's pretty much – Michael Carter, I comped him to Shady McCoy, could be like a better version of Kenyon Drake. I think that Javonte Williams will not fit this scheme nearly as well. I think that we should be looking at this edge prospect and that edge prospect is Jason Away. The fact that he's fallen this far, with the fact that it is hinted that he is 4.3, possibly reaching 4.2 speed, there's no way in hell we can pass up on that raw talent, especially since our team, unless Cliff is gone, I don't think you guys are going to be doing anything. And I love the Cardinals, like huge fan. I chose them to win the Super Bowl this year. I really think that Cliff is holding them back. But Jason Away is going to be a great replacement to Hassan Reddick. He's going to be a boomer bust prospect, similar to Isaiah Simmons. But I think that they're really they show that they could adjust and use Isaiah Simmons in a good way. So I think that they, no pun intended, to Away. I think they can do the same with Jason Away. Next, I think we got to go wide receiver here. If there's a lot of good guys on the board too. Shit. For the Washington football team, we got to get a second weapon here. And I'm gonna be honest, Amon-Ra St. Brown might be the pick that my guy Mason would go, but he's not too far off on Dwayne Eskridge, and I think Dwayne Eskridge is a first rounder. I 100% want a true separator like Dwayne Eskridge. You can play on the outside, play on the inside. Huge, huge fan of that. Now Bears, I'm not going to allow Nico Collins to be scooped up before this. We need an AR-12 replacement, and Nico Collins is a big, big enforcer on that outside. You want Mac Jones to have someone big to throw it up to. Nico Collins is going to be that guy who will just snatch it out of midair. I'm a huge fan of his potential if he's used correctly. Am I certain that Chicago will do that? No, not a chance in hell. But I think they can. Now, the Seahawks, I think we got to go Leatherwood here. You guys need to replace that guard spot, and Leatherwood can play both tackle and guard if you need him to. It's too good a value to pass up. Steelers getting Javonte Williams is fun too. Rams, we got to look at either linebacker for you guys with Dylan Moses, or else we got to look at offensive line for James Hudson, Jackson Carman. I think we got to wait on these guys. Walker Little, Mel Kiper, like 1 game, 2 years, puts him in the first. It's just like, why? Sometimes smoking crack is just ridiculous. I think we got to go Dylan Moses here. He feels like a Ram to me. I don't know why. He feels like a Ram. I don't think he needs to get past this point, because I know the Rams don't like investing in their offensive line in the draft anyways until like the 3rd round. I think that getting Dylan Moses will definitely help. They definitely showed that they wanted to get that with like Kenny Young. So their linebackers both reported under 40 PFF grades this year. They need to fix it up, and Dylan Moses is worth taking a shot on right now. Next, we got the Saints, and this is where I'd feel more comfortable getting a Tyson Campbell. I would love to have him fall to the Green Bay Packers. Honestly, he might. The more I think about it, I think we need to get a second weapon, and there is Amon-Ra St. Brown on the board. So, I mean, either one of these guys, either Amon-Ra or Tyson Campbell are going to be falling to the Packers. So I'm going to be going Amon-Ra here. You guys got to fix up that wide receiver core and get a true wide receiver 2, if not wide receiver 1, under the condition that Michael Thomas is pissy and wants to leave. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers, and I already told you my pick here. Tyson Campbell, aggressive man corner. You guys need to fill that corner role. You guys are losing 2 of your top 3 guys, and I think that it is necessary to get Tyson Campbell there. Next, we got the Buccaneers. We got to be looking at interior defensive line for you under the condition. Again, we're not trying to project anybody coming back, so I'm going to be just playing solely on the idea that Ndamukong Suh will be a cap casualty. And for that, we want to get a bigger guy. So looking at it, we got 305 there. We got 315 there. We got 300 there. I'm not seeing any guys until Tyler Shelvin who are really that big. So with that being said, I think we need to replace. Yes, replace. Oh, wait, where did Chesserot went? That's annoying. But I think we need to replace Lavonte David because he's probably going to want some money, man. He made his championship. He wants to make some more money. Jabril Cox is going to be a rangy, good coverage linebacker that I am very, very happy to pick up because we're going to be getting interior defensive lineman next round. Next, we got, why am I thinking the Cardinals? It's not the Cardinals. It's the Falcons. You guys need a 4-3 DN. Bookie Basham's amazing value here. Love that pick more than anything in my entire life. Eagles, you guys should be looking at linebacker here. There's Pete Werner on the board. You cannot let him go. Jamin Davis, I've heard some good things about him. Have not studied him. I'm not comfortable taking him. I'm comfortable taking Pete Werner here, who shut down Pat Freiermuth, who I don't even, has he even been taken? I think Tommy Tremble was taken. So, yeah. I think that that's amazing value to get Pete Werner there in the 3rd. It's just, I absolutely love Pete Werner. Now, Lions, I think we got to go offensive line here. It's just something that we have to do. James Hudson's on the board, and we just can't let that pass up. He's just a really good talent. I would probably go Spencer Brown if you're willing to win now, but James Hudson's a really, really good player. So not going to be enforcing having to get Spencer Brown here. Jackson Carman, another good option. Next, we got the Panthers. This is where we could be looking at a guy like Kellen Mond, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm going to be looking in this cornerback realm, and you guys run zone coverage all day long. I'm going Ifeatu Melifonwu. Again, you guys have some good safeties back there. I think that you guys could definitely use Ifeatu Melifonwu in a really good manner if you have some safety coverage over the top due to his lack of speed, but he's really good in coverage. Washington, we got to go corner for you guys as well, and you guys are a zone coverage scheme. I'm getting Keith Taylor here. 6'3", 195 pounds of pure beast as zone and man, in case you want to switch. Like, it's a wonderful combination there. Could have went Sean Wade if you guys wanted to, but I don't think he's going to be a zone corner. He's a man corner at heart. So I'm going to be 100% happy with that pick there. Cowboys, we're back in the clock, and we got to be looking at edges or interior defensive linemen. We could be going Hamilcar Rashed here, but I'm going to be looking as well on the interior, and there's Davion Nixon here. We cannot let him fall any further. The Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year coming out of JUCO, really talented player, like him a lot. And Giants, we've got to probably look at man corner for you guys, but the only guys I can see is Israel Mukuamu, and then Sean Wade, who, I mean, you already have Darnay Holmes at slot, and Trill Williams. I don't know how comfortable I am with that, if we're going to be honest. Let's look at the linebackers really quick. You still got Jamin Davis here as well as Cameron McGrone. If you guys want to see anything about Jamin Davis here, I guess he fits your scheme. I've seen some things where he's in the top like 30, top 40. I'm not comfortable with that yet. I'm going to hold off maybe on taking a linebacker here. We could look at a tight end like Hunter Long, but I think, again, that's kind of a waste of a pick right there. I think we got to go corner here, and to me, it's down to Trill Williams, who he's 6'2", 198. He has some good size as well as 6'3", 205 to Israel Mukuamu. I think Trill Williams is better day one than Mukuamu. Mukuamu could be a safety prospect, and I think you got to go Trill Williams here. You guys might not know who Trill Williams is. I haven't done a deep study on him either, but from reputation from you guys, as well as I know Syracuse is a really good secondary, I'm pretty happy saying Trill Williams will be a pretty good prospect in the NFL. Next, we got the Vikings. We got to look at offensive line here. You guys run the ball all day long, and you know what? You get Trey Smith here. Again, Creed Humphrey would be great, but you guys don't need a center hybrid. Like, Trey Smith is absolutely wonderful. Cardinals. Ooh, can we pass up on Creed Humphrey? I know you guys need guard / center, but Michael Carter is here too. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I got to go Michael Carter. You got to like invest a little bit more on the offensive weapon side. It hurts. It really hurts me, but that's the way we got to go. Washington, we got to go linebacker here. This is where we could take Cameron McGrone or Jamin Davis. Jamin Davis fitting in a 4-3. I believe you guys do definitely run that. I think he's going to be best fit here. I've seen some really big hype on Jamin Davis, so I have to, out of respect for realism, take him here. I want to study him some more, though. I do like Kentucky a lot. Bears, this is where we already took a quarterback. I would be looking at Kyle Trask if he were on the board. Where did Trask go? That's actually quite interesting. Did he go in the second? There's no way he went in the second. My blind eyes definitely just missed him as we were looking at. Like, there's no way. Was he actually taken in the second? That's unreal. Where is he? Or is Kyle Trask down the line? Is Kyle Trask not even in here? You guys, I'm not crazy, right? Kyle Trask was taken at 40? Holy shit. Why? That's just, I used to be a Kyle Trask fan until I started watching more of his tape. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna put my stamp of approval on that. That's ridiculous. Bears, you gotta get a tackle in here. Jackson Carman's gonna be a great value for you. Really like that pick. And oh my goodness, Eagles. I said oh my goodness. I know we gotta get a safety, but we gotta go for Andre Cisco, like maybe in the later rounds, like in the fourth. I know you guys don't have a fourth. We could definitely trade up for it. There's no way in hell I'm gonna let Creed Humphrey fall past us. He's going to be a guard / center hybrid. That is absolutely amazing. He could fill in at any role there. With Jason Kelce on the brink of death, I have Creed Humphrey as a first. Like, that's just unreal value. Wonderful value for you guys. I was thinking about taking him even here. We got the Lions back on the board. I think this is where we got to go linebacker. Just Cameron McGrone on the board. I'm happy that they lowered him as well. I don't know if he's that low to me, but he definitely has potential. I just don't know why he came out this year. Could have been coming out next year in a much different class and probably much more improved. Now, the Vikings, we're back again. We got to go safety. Got to go free safety. Javon Holland, don't know how the hell he fell this far. We're going to be 100% honest, but really, really good value. Definitely going to be a guy who can. He doesn't need to play slot corner because you have Cameron Dancers playing his mind out. But hell, I mean, it's good rotation as well. Next, we got the Packers. Packers, we got to go interior defensive line, offensive tackle, or wide receiver. Tylan Wallace is on the board. Abso-freaking-lutely. I don't think that there's any doubt in my mind. I didn't care who was there. Interior defensive line. Hopefully, we still have Shelvin on the board, and we do. Tyler Shelvin at his size, 360 pounds. He's just the biggest dude to plug that middle, and you got to basically be able to do that if you are trying to replace Ndamukong Suh. I'm a huge fan of that pick right there. Tyler Shelvin's going to be a big, nice plug in a division like that likes to run the ball quite a bit. Now, the Saints, we got to go this is probably where we either have to go edge or corner. And Israel Mukuwamu would be a perfect developmental prospect that could turn into a big hit for the Saints down the line. And I mean, he can honestly switch to safety if you want as well. Next, we got the Cowboys. This is where we got to go edge, and dude, Patrick Jones is here. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm a huge fan of that. Huge fan of that. Getting Patrick Jones on the Cowboys would be a great selection to have next to Lawrence right there. DeMarcus Lawrence. Yes, I got it this time. I called him Dexter Lawrence last time. Rams, we got to go tackle here, guys. And Spencer Brown's on the board. I usually give it to him in the second. I think he's the most pro-ready right now. I'm a huge fan of Spencer Brown. Now the Cowboys, I just saw the Cowboys down here. The Niners, the other team that's like similar to like America's team. I think we gotta go safety for you guys. There's Andre Cisco on the board. I don't think we can pass that up, even with injuries. We can look at the edge class, but I'm not comfortable taking any of these guys. If there is guys like Ardarius Washington, Andre Cisco on the board. Ardarius Washington's been comped to LaMarcus Joyner plenty of times. I just like Andre Cisco as well. I haven't done enough tape study on Ardarius Washington. Have a lot of respect for him, of course, but I think we gotta go Andre Cisco here and just like beef up that secondary. Huge fan of the potential of that kid. Next, we got the Rams. Rams, we probably got to go edge here. Jordan Smith. You guys know me. I like getting Jordan Smith. We could go for a center. Honestly, I know we got to get a center, but Josh Myers, we got to do it. With how much we run the ball, Josh Myers on the board at 103 is ridiculous. Saints again. I guess we got to go linebacker for you guys. I don't know who the heck to get. I know we got to get edge too. Charles Snowden, again, we could go for a developmental prospect here. This guy is a true edge linebacker, but I mean, like, he doesn't fit the scheme. This is going to be a fun pick. I got to put my stamp of approval on this one. I'm going Kwoni Dang to be reached for in the third. He's just too good of value. I mean, too good of like potential. So looking at all of our picks here, it's a good draft, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. It was a good, fun, long draft. I hope that it's not too long for you guys. We're going to be doing the AFC one tomorrow, and again, having more and more drafts coming out. We're going to have more prospects, all that shit. The fan is coming on. You know the video was good then. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.